Guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lola. If you're coming from part one, you are very welcome. Yes, I'm sure you're itching to know how did this happen, what did we do, what did we decide. Anyways, before I get into it, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please hit that button right now, subscribe, join the family, and like this video if you do. And let's get into it, right? So baby is here. How did she get here? Okay, so when the doctor left us to, if you haven't seen part one of this video, make sure you do before you come here. If not, you won't understand where I'm coming from. By the way, today is the 14th and I had my baby on the 10th. And she's right there in our co-sleep bassinet thing, you know. Anyways, so what were we going to do? So I told my husband, I said, we're here already. I don't want to go back home and have to come back a different day for this induction. So my condition was, because I had a decision to make. It's my body, it's not him. He's not going to decide for me what to do, you know. So I said, I'm going to tell the doctor if she's able to start because the induction is not a one-day thing. I mean, it could be, but it usually takes more than a day. So I told her if she could start the process that day, then I would go for the induction. But if I had to go home and come back, you know, then I'll just do the CS right now since I'm here and ready and dressed for it, you know. So she said okay. She was so, and you know, I really thank God because she was so supportive. She was like, it was as if I know what this CS is about. Like, you want to try and this is not to obvious, this is not to say CS is not good or one of those people that say God forbid for CS. No, because I've already had it, you know, with my firstborn and I know exactly how it is. It's a lifesaver. Anyway, so she was so supportive. She was like, okay, she's going to go and look at, because they have a schedule of women coming in for induction, those coming in for elective CSs, and then an emergency could happen. Someone could go into labor and rush into the hospital. So the prenatal wards are usually very, very unpredictable. So she went downstairs to go and, you know, find out what they could do, how they could accommodate me and all that. And she came back and said, they won't let me go home. They will start something today, but it may take a few hours before, you know, I get a bed space and all that kind of stuff. I said, okay, no problem. So I think we were there for like maybe 3 hours, and then, you know, the nurse or one of the midwives come and takes me downstairs to the room where the ladies to be induced are. Bless you, mama. Oh, she's opening her mouth ready to do a second feed. We don't even have a number to it. A next feed. Anyway, so we went down there and we were there, and so they came to tell me the plan. And you know, one thing I really appreciate about you know, the medical system abroad is they keep you informed every single step of the way. Like, you're not confused about what's going on. You know, the next thing, you know what to expect. Well, to an extent, you know what to expect. Oh, sorry, I need to just backtrack one little bit. So before she said, before the doctor even said, okay, we could go for an induction, she said she wanted to, she said she wanted to check the state of my cervix. Brethren, oh Lord. See, you know, when you know what to expect, like for example now, labor, I know I've heard all the stories of labor is painful, labor is painful. So labor pain, if I have labor pain, you know, the pain, I'm not going to be shocked or wondering what's going on. But this cervix check, brethren, like I've she said, let her check my cervix. She opened it, or I opened it, and her hand, she went like this. Did she go like this or like this? Something of that sort. A hand. I screamed out my lungs. What? That was the worstest pain and invasion. I don't even know what to call it. You know, invasive thing I'd ever experienced. I was like, what is this? I cried. But I didn't know that. Oh, my tears were going to be plenty. Oh my God. Hey. Anyways, she said my cervix was soft and, it was looking promising. I said, okay. So we went downstairs and then they came to give me, a breakdown of everything that was going to happen, the induction process. God, you guys, it's a process, a very long process. So let me just not make this story too long. So before an induction can happen, your water has to break. Before your water can be broken, your cervix has to be dilated. Before your cervix can dilate, they have to do one of two things or two things. The first one is they put something like, they call it a gel. I can't remember the name. Maybe I'll put the name on the screen. They put that gel thing in and it's supposed to do like a false labor, like your womb will start to contrast, so your womb will think, or your body will think you are going into labor, so your cervix will start to dilate, that's open up, and then they can go in there and break the water and then give you the induction drip. So it's like a drip or an IV that induces the labor. That's the real induction. Go. So they put the thing for me and they told me a lot of women, so they put it in for 20, the standard is they put it in for 24 hours and then you can start to get contractions anywhere from like 5 to 7 hours into it. 2 hours into it, I was screaming the house down. So they had to take it out because it was happening too soon, and the contractions were, like maybe a minute apart or something. Like I was in mad pain. I was like, oh, what is this? The labor pain? Excuse me, that was just the birthing pains of the labor pains. Okay, so they took it out and then another invasion of checking the cervix to see if it was dilated. At this point I was like, if you people want to even divide me into two, cuckoo divide me. So I was just ready for the pains that was coming with it. That thing is so painful, it's so painful. I've heard people say it, but I didn't realize it was so painful like that. Anyways, so they check and they say, oh, you're only 1 centimeter dilated. I mean, it's a good sign, but it's not enough to break the water. Okay, so what next? This was Thursday. So by Friday, we're having this conversation. So what next? So there's something called rods. I'll put the medical name. They put like 4 or 5 of it into your cervix, and then the liquids in your body help them expand. It's almost like when you wear a tampon and it gets soaked and then it expands. So that expansion process helps to open up the cervix. So they put it in on Friday for me. To put it in is another, oh God, women are suffering, you guys. Let me not say suffering because it's the process of birthing life. Women go through a lot. So they had to take me to one of the delivery suites to hang my leg up. Then they put, when they want to do a swap, like if you've done a pap smear or something, there's that, I forgot what it's called, I'll put the name. They put that thing in, then screw it. That was not even painful because I've done a pap smear before, so I knew what to expect. And so they put the rods, which was not even painful as well. And then Friday I went to go and just wait to see. So this doesn't cause any pain or contraction or anything. The rods just expand and then they come after 24 hours to take them out and see what your cervix is saying. Hey, this cervix wants to kill me. Hey, God. So we sleep now Friday night, and then they come on Saturday morning to come and check how far and take it out. So they take it out. The taking it out is not even a big deal because the thing has a rope like a tampon and just pull it out. So the lady was like, okay, you're still only 1 centimeter dilated. Your cervix is posterior and is long. Jesus, what does this mean, please? Does it mean that we're ready to bring the baby out? Oh my God. You guys. Okay. So then they leave me for a while for the doctors to come out. Because this is the midwife, doing the taking out, checking and all that. So the doctors will come and assess and decide. So she came again. Once more, an invasion of my privacy. And then she's like, oh, so what we're going to do. I was just like, please, I've been here since Thursday. I've seen, so there were 4 beds in that what do you even call it, whatever, the room, and the other 3 beds have been recycled like 2 times or maybe 2.5 times. So I've seen like 7 women or 8 women come in for their induction, go for the induction, they've had their baby, they've gone, I don't even know where they are. I was like, I've been here since Thursday, today is Saturday, and nothing is happening, so I was like, I beg you people, we need to do this. I need to see this baby. I need to, at this point, my mom was at home with my son, my husband kept going back and forth. You can only have one birthing partner, COVID rules, blah blah blah. So I've not even seen anybody, just my husband and all that. Oh, okay. So they're like, okay, no problem, we're going to get you a delivery suite, and then we're going to see what we can do. We have to break the water first before we start the induction proper. I was excited. We're getting somewhere. We're not just putting things in the service and bringing it out. We're getting somewhere. We're about to see this baby. This baby is coming out soon. Nonsense. Since Thursday I've been here. Anyway, so we go to the the delivery suite. So we're going to, what did they do at first? So they just did their normal vitals check and all that, and then it was time to see, let's break this water. I was like, let's break this water. This water must to break. It must to what? Be broken by fire. What God cannot do does not exist. See, you guys, that invasion I told you about, that I cried when the first doctor was trying to encourage me to do the induction. Just times it by 1,000. That is the breaking of the water. Oh my God. When we were doing this, my husband quickly stepped out to do something, so he wasn't even there. I was like, if you were here, you will not take it. Me, that they were doing it for, I came out of my body, looked at myself. I was like, wow, is it you that they are doing this to? What is this? You guys, see, I'm not even joking. Hey, I was now saying, God, please, what did I do to you? Am I your stepdaughter that I am making my own cervix long and posterior? What did I do now? Give me short cervix now. I felt as if the woman put her whole life inside my destiny to break. I feel like crying just thinking about it, you guys. Jesus, I can't describe it, but just know that it was the most painful thing I had ever experienced. I was screaming so much. So the midwife first tried, and she said she's one of the, she's been a midwife for 20 years. She's one of the oldies, the gurus. She knows how to, she breaks water they break water anyhow. But she couldn't get to it, so she went to call the doctor. The doctor that even was on duty was one Yoruba woman, and she came and she was like, we'll get it done. Hey, when the midwife was doing it, I screamed because it was, painful, and she was so like, the doctor did the first time. Oh, Jesus. I'm sure if you are at the entrance of the hospital, you will hear my voice, and that hospital is massive, okay? She said, should I stop? I said, please stop. I just started crying. I cried. I was like, I should have just done this. Yes, I should have just done it. She was like, what did she even say? She said something, Sha, like which is what you've already started, just go on with it, blah blah blah, and all that. So she said, let's try it again. You guys. There's something called gas and air. It's laughing gas, so they give you that. It makes you high. Like, it's not as if you're not feeling the pain, no, but you are so high and so weak. Your limbs are weak, like you almost feel like this. The first time I tried the laughing gas was when they were putting the rods in, so it actually helped. So I was using the laughing gas all through the time they were trying to break the water, but on more, work. I screamed from my within. I screamed. Finally, Shadisha broke the water, but I was in the maddest of pains just by that breaking the water. So they started the induction. See, I don't want to bore you guys. This story is getting too long. I'm already 16 minutes into this video. So they broke the water, they put the induction drip, and then it started. This must have been like 3 p.m. No, maybe like 5 p.m. on Saturday. And then the drip induction started, and I started getting contractions. I was on it for like 5 hours. They were really painful. Oh, that woman that broke the water, she told me, make sure you get the epidural, because I'm trying that mind is like, if you are screaming like this just because you want to break water, if it's not the real labor, what are you gonna do? But like I said, I already have heard of the pain of labor, so I won't be surprised. I mean, I was just, and I have a very high threshold for pain, might I add. Okay, so don't make me feel like I was screaming like a mad woman that thing was not painful. That thing was the worst pain I felt in my entire life. See, heartbreak pain. Okay, it's a different kind of pain, so I can't compare. But this thing's painful more than heartbreak. As in the painfulest heartbreak you've ever felt. You're not rich. You're not rich. Anyways, oh my god. So I was on the induction thing for like 5 hours, and then I was like, at first I was like, we can tough it out. We can tough it out. I don't think I will need to get epidural. We can do it. Yes, my husband was there. When I started the screaming in the morning, I was on the gas and air all through. So anytime it just starts like this, so after like 5 hours, I was like, please give me the epidural, please. You people should save my life. I'm about to. Oh yeah, now anesthesiologist, I be anesthetic, whatever. Come and give the epidural. He was in an emergency CS. They have to be there throughout the procedure, because from my experience, the anesthesiologist gives you the epidural or whatever to numb you for CS, and then they stay there throughout. So he had to be there. So they said, oh, he's in it. This is an emergency CS. He'll be with you shortly. Okay. 1 hour later, please, where is he? Oh, I'm so sorry. This was already like 12 midnight, I think. Yeah, something like that. Or almost even, no, it wasn't almost, no. It was maybe like 10 p.m. or something, Saturday, 9th of October. So they said, oh, another emergency just happened. Like I told you, prenatal wards are very unpredictable. Another emergency just happened and he has to be there. Hey, Jesus, another almost 1 hour. Anyways, I was shut there, moaning and screaming and yelling. My husband was just there. Sometimes he'll pacify me. At first he was laughing, it was a joke, he was making jokes. But when the screaming entered gear 5, he knew that, okay, this is not a joking matter. He now started pacifying me. He wasn't making jokes anymore. I wasn't even hearing him anymore, So finally the guy came, started trying to explain to me, because at every point in time, whatever they want to do, they'll ask you, you have any allergies? What's your name and your date of birth? I'm like, are you people mad? Give me the freaking epidural, please. So the guy came and was like asking me questions. I was trying to, oh, God. I was just rolling my eyes like, please just give me the epidural, please. Please just give it to me. Because as he's talking, I think the contractions were now like maybe 2 minutes apart. And you get one very strong one, then you get one that is not too strong. So as he was talking to me, if one contraction is coming, I can't even answer. So please just wait, let me get through this before I now answer you. Nonsense. Anyways, I don't know, I'm angry. So we got through it. Oh yeah, now start putting the thing. See you guys, the whole process. I know they have, rules and steps to follow. He has to make sure he's doing everything right. Not just that you come and chook something in your back and be going. Praise God. We took the epidural and all was well with the world. So I was 5 centimeters dilated by the time I was taking the epidural. So I took it and then everybody went to sleep. My husband slept off. I slept off as well. Life was good. This was like maybe 12 midnight. No, maybe like 11. So now I just slept off. But when I get contractions, I feel pressure around my vagina, but I don't feel pain. I just feel pressure, like you can tell that something is happening there. So after like 2 hours, the midwife came, and because all through this time they're monitoring the baby, that baby monitor thing they strap on the belly, they're monitoring the baby's heartbeat and blah blah blah. So she came and was like, anytime I get contractions, the baby's heart rate drops. That so she wanted me to change position. In my mind I was like, devil, you are a bastard, because everything that I've been through, this baby will come out in the best form and shape and everything. So she said I should change my position. So I changed my position. I slept back again. She was monitoring it, I guess. She came back again after a while and I was like, that. So I just opened my eyes and I just saw like doctor and some other people and everything, and they're like, oh, that the doctor was like, she's concerned about the baby's heart rate dropping every time I get contraction. It seems baby is tired, and they don't want to let this labor go on too long, so that baby is not in any kind of this thing. So what she wants to do now is she's going to check how much dilated I am, and she's going to see what happens. So if I'm fully dilated, then we'll birth the baby, obviously. But if I'm not, then we may have to consider a CS. What ya say? Get out. Nonsense. You and who? I did not say that. Was in my head. That's what I said in my head. I was like, devil, you are a bastard. After all these things I've been through for the past how many days, I'll not still do the CS that I did not do in the beginning. Brethren, she checked and I was fully dilated. I was like, thank you, Lord. Anyways, so yeah, we're ready to push. We did like 3 practice pushes, then I did like 2 real pushes, and baby was out and all that good stuff, and everything was just going. So yeah, everything went well. I was given some local anesthetics because I had an episiotomy, and that's a cut that I'm dealing with right now. And I'll do another video on the difference in caring for like a cesarean section cut and an episiotomy. But I have to get through this phase so that I'm giving you guys the full information. But I'm doing good. It's been 4 days. Baby is perfect. I'm perfect. Everyone is good. And yes, I'm glad. I'm so thankful to God that I was able to do the VBAC, because even just thinking about the fact that coming home, I have to go upstairs and downstairs with that cesarean section. And hey, you guys, go and watch my video from my first pregnancy. You understand what I'm talking about. But anyways, yeah, that's what happened, and we're all good. Everyone is doing great. I'm in the best time, feeling really good, doing everything I need to do, cooking. In fact, by the next day, I was going up and down and doing. Okay, give the video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for sticking with me, and join this family if you haven't. Okay, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in the next one.